Our first speaker is our own Brian Conti, who is going to be speaking this Friday night, March 22nd. The title of his current speech is Why Aren't Good Speakers Smarter? Everyone, please welcome Brian Conti.
Fellow Toastmasters and most honored guests, have you ever noticed that our best speakers aren't that smart? Tim here. Tim's a great speaker, right? Why is it that after Tim gets laid off, he spends 2 months in bed not getting unemployment? Prez is a great speaker, isn't he? Why can Prez not open his own car door? Maria, she needs a whole group of her friends just to get her to give up her storage. And Ken says that he's a rocket scientist, but I have a hard time believing it. Because he is still mad at his mom. But actually, we have a lot to learn from these speakers. And when it finally settled in for me, it made a big difference in my own speaking. Now, a lot of you have noticed that I was not only not a very good speaker to start with, but I was awkward in social situations. And this one tip helped me not only in the speaking, but in those social situations. So what is it about not being so smart that is so great? The most important thing that I've learned after talking with Tim and Prez and some other folks afterwards is to connect with the audience. Most important thing is to connect with the audience. You see, what I was trying to do was impress the audience. And the same thing in a social situation when I would go to talk to someone. I was so nervous about impressing that person that it froze me up. I didn't know what to say. Once I had finally understood how important connecting was, it made that all go away. Because one of the best ways to connect with the audience is to not be so smart. When you're not smart, people say, hey, I like this guy. Because he's dumb like me. And you get down to that level. But what's so interesting, it's like one of those Zen things. If you try to impress, you won't impress. And you won't connect. But if you try to connect, you'll impress. After Tim's speech, we learned about getting yourself back on your feet and some lessons. With Prez's speech, we learned about looking outside of ourselves and not just staring at the one point. And with Ken's latest speeches, I've gone away from those. I don't know about you, but I've gone away from those speeches having huge insights about my relationship with my parents, with my mom and my dad, that I would never get if I just started turning him out from the first few minutes. So the next time you get up here, or you're in a social situation, you might think about connecting first. And to connect, it's best not to impress at all.